address was listed as LA. She had talked publicly in multiple interviews about moving to California.
We have never been closer to world.
Let's switch guns,
Mer.
Mer.
Where we stand
Thank you.
right now. We have never
You
been
want to
closer
play?
to a
Let's
nuclear
play.
disaster that could end the annihilation of
Vipers in
vulnerable
garage.
regions around our planet. And we have never stood on top of such economic
This dude's
fragility
off-band.
where we are right now that risks the entire world's economy.
Pushed up.
120. Mer, 120. Kill that bitch. Don't let him get my gun. Just hit him once, no matter what.
Oh, he got it.
In window.
Poland,
Oh, he's
Lithuania,
weak though.
and
Mid.
that if they interfere with Belarus in any way, they will
He ran
suffer,
away.
quote,
He's gone.
destruction
Check right though.
death,
Once you jump,
and
check right.
explosions. The Chinese foreign
He's
minister
gone.
has
120
said
neon.
that we will continue, we as China, will continue to
Whoa, someone by garage?
cooperation with
DT
Russia.
and garage. Res, yeah, there's one guy on site.
Your duty is not over.
Conflict zone at this moment in time.
Hit him in the head.
We're getting emails.
Good shot.
Comment and then we ask the trade manager that we know. This
Heal
was an
yourself.
email from
Or
a
no. He's on site already.
Slow orb.
Last player standing.
channel that is a bank.
Both on site.
We reached
Just
out
play
to
time.
another manager
One enemy remaining.
Opping.
that they are
Bring around the Rosie.
Nice, nice.
Oh,
I'm dead.
You see, banks right now are fearful that
See, that's why I like that RGX. That's RGX.
remember that banks make their money off of your money, holding on to
Man.
it. And so they are concerned
So he
that
pushed
now
his
there's
window?
going to be a run
Can we
on
punish
money.
that?
And they said that they were to dissuade customers because of quote, international
He's
conflicts that are taking
100%
every
right here.
moment in time.
A gift.
The
I'll
US
put a trip
Department
there
of
and a trip-
Defense Press Secretary is warning what we have been telling you here for weeks.
I'm gonna
That-
camp.
And these are his words. Generally speaking, Russia still has the vast majority of their
That's a good
assembled
spot.
combat power available to them, and they will reserve this
Represent garage.
until a larger conflict.
Oh, you saw him?
One, which is expected to bring NATO and the
One
United
shot.
States of
Dude,
America
I got
and the
Neil,
US
one shot.
military directly into confrontation with the bear.
Ah!
And intelligence officials show
Can I go see?
22 Russian military battalion tactical
No,
groups
don't.
are in their final
No.
stages of being retrofitted
Okay,
or
go.
supplied in Belarus
Okay,
as
yeah,
Belarus
gotcha.
prepares.
Justin, kill him.
The Belarusian military,
Oh my god, you
shit.
almost, Justin, you fucked
as
it.
they become
Dude, I
Mid.
was waiting.
Mid.
140 chamber.
direct confrontation with
Chamber was
the
mid.
front.
Two.
Dude, chamber's one shot, so if either you are fighting chamber, you
become
weak.
involved. Poland, Finland, Sweden, Lithuania,
Dude,
Latvia,
you
they are
died
all
by-
just
dude.
biding their time.
One's in garage. One's in garage.
Just play time, bro. There's no way.
They're getting
No,
ready
just camp.
because
Bro.
once the
Don't
next
stop
camp,
peeking.
camp.
Wait
flies
for
Stop
path.
is
peeking.
going
Yeah,
to be all hell breaks
Yeah,
loose
just
situation.
do like that.
Stressing
Chamber's
the US
unknown, so yeah.
military's ability to respond
Yeah.
to international
Chamber's one
conflict.
shot.
The
Doesn't even
spokesperson
matter.
for
No,
the
Chamber's
US
on site.
Department
Chamber's
of
on
the
site.
State
No
Department
one's fine.
Both on site. Both on site. Both on site. Mer, stop watching
One
play.
enemy remaining.
sponsor of
On site. He's on
terrorism.
site.
Last player standing.
Opping, chill.
It's fine, it's fine. Just run. He's not gonna get it. Nice.
Wait, I hit Neon 149 again. Are you fucking serious? Dude, that
Oh,
shit
I
got
can give somebody my
fucked
gun
up.
and op.
The U.S. has some economic structure, it has some stability, it has some military might, it has NATO, but as soon as you start just
Wait.
chipping away a little bit,
Justin.
Oh wait, I could buy you.
Mer is rich. Mer
Yeah,
is
yeah,
rich,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah, sell that.
Body. And that's what
Justin,
they want
so,
to do,
yeah.
and in
Mer,
fact,
you're
it's
rich.
working.
What the hell?
Thank you.
The U.S. economy is in a tighter position than it ever has been before.
Reloading.
The only reason it is not falling apart is because
Unlaggy,
you
like-
are still willing to
okay.
pay
Oh,
30,
I'm
40,
pissed.
60% extra
Teleport's
for
ready.
chicken.
Nowhere
People
to
are
run.
still willing to work a slave wage to spend their money at McDonald's, which is not the best use of
Hey,
their
hey, push up.
income.
No, he
They are
crouched.
people in
Spike
general,
down,
you and
C.
me,
You got him.
are
Okay.
willing
player
to be
standing.
servants to the elitist culture. There is a breaking point. There's a
Oh my
line.
god.
One
As
dead.
that line in the sand is crossed, we're going to
Eliminate.
world fall
Viper's
I heard
apart,
one.
not just
So the last scene at C, he killed me.
that the Turkish military
Oh, yeah,
actions that
they're-
were
they're
taking
going
place,
to
Nice
fight.
fight.
that
You
took
can
place
just
recently,
grab.
violated
should be
Iraq's
quiet.
sovereignty and violated international conventions.
This
Go
is
this
so
way.
good, you clutch.
Going
I
to be
think
a price to pay
One might
for
be
this.
garage.
If I don't
There
jinx
are
it, you.
calls right now for Germany
Check
to
out.
completely dismantle the Nord Stream 2 pipeline, which is a massive undertaking.
Necessarily.
Italy's parliament
why did he
reports
guess
arms
there?
supplies to the
Was he
conflict
trying to
region
block
at this
you?
moment in time, projecting the concerns
Silva's
of the
probably
elite,
on site,
and after
Viper's
Vladimir
probably
Putin
on
called
spike.
yesterday for nations to begin trading in their own
I don't
currencies
see
to
him.
avoid cataclysmic
one's in
30
that
seconds
W.
left.
defaults like those being imposed on Russia by the United States of America.
way.
Fast
The
plan
US
B.
Treasury says that the dollar, they're projecting
Oh, they know
this,
I'm here now.
I
the
know.
dollar
One enemy remaining.
He has to be
dominant
close.
currency in the world, no
No
matter
way.
what other countries
Garage,
attempt
garage.
to do. This
No, I hear
position has caused the chief
I think he's
executive
flanker
officer
garage.
Good
of
job.
the
10 seconds
Bank
left.
President,
Clutch.
Bank of St. Louis,
This is what
to
I
warn
Can I
trained
get
for.
like, yo, what the hell is that?
It's nice, but
Plant?
I'm nice to die in.
I heard
Let's
that.
win and
I'm
get
sorry,
out of here.
man.
to affect U.S. monetary
Appreciate it.
policy.
Okay, I can buy someone
Pollard
again, I
has
think.
warned that the credibility of the U.S. monetary policy as a whole is being tested
Oh my
right
gosh,
now,
my heart
where he
is
stresses
beating.
that inflation expectations
Bro, the
are out of
stretcher edges
control.
was the move, bro. I forgot that like my fucking stretcher edges.
They are pushing you to your limits. They're pushing your brothers and sisters to their limit. We have never been closer to World War III than where we stand right now. We've never been closer to a nuclear disaster that could end in the annihilation of one or more regions around our planet. And we have never stood on top of such economic fragility than where we are right now that risks the entire world's economy.
Oh no, Neon pushed up!
Spike
If you look at
down
what the
A.
Security Council of the Belarusian military and government is saying, they warn Poland, Lithuania,
I
and
have this
Latvia
bike. I
that
have
if
this
they
bike.
Res
interfere
worth
with
it.
Belarus
Steve?
in any way,
Res
they will
Res
suffer, quote, destruction,
Maybe the smoke
death,
here.
and
Wait,
explosions.
Res, right here.
The Chinese
Then we
foreign
go away.
minister has
Fuck it.
said that we will continue, China will continue to strengthen
Go away, go away.
strategic coordination and
Wait, we have time to
cooperation
rotate if
with
there's
Russia.
hella people here.
It is being reported that
There's only two
Russia's
people
second
alive.
phase or second
I have
offensive
one.
has
Oh,
started
yeah,
in
mid.
the conflict zone
One
at
enemy
this moment
remaining.
in time.
Nice.
We're getting emails. We got one
Okay.
yesterday and one other comment.
I saw him!
Asked a branch manager
Have
that
you-
we know. This was an email
have
from
He only has a
bank
marshal.
branch
Has a
manager.
marshal.
We had a comment from another YouTube channel that is a
Holy,
bank
I'm a
branch
crowd
manager.
sprayer.
And then we asked and we
Committed
reached out to
suicide.
another manager to see if we could verify this information. That they are being told to dissuade
Good res,
their
good
customers from taking out large amounts of cash. You see, banks
I
right
need to
now
use my
are
ulti
fearful
as much
that
as I
there's going
can
to
so I
be
can
a
get more
bank
RR.
run.
Yeah.
Remember that banks
Okay.
make their money off of your money.
I'm broke this
holding on
round,
to
dog.
it. And so they are concerned right now that there's going to be a run on money. And they said that they were to
problem, man.
dissuade customers because of, quote,
Alright,
international
bro.
conflicts that are taking place at this moment in time. The U.S. Department of Defense press secretary is warning what we have been telling you here for weeks. That, and these are his words, generally speaking, Russia still has the vast majority of their assembled combat power available to them. And they will reserve this until a larger conflict takes place. One, which
Chamber
is
down there.
expected to bring NATO,
Oh,
United
you
States of
notified
America
me
and
too
the
late,
US
bro.
military
That's little
directly
mama.
into
She must've been
confrontation
long.
with the bear.
Yeah, she
Reports
was.
from the U.S. Defense
There's
and
three.
intelligence
Wait, there's
officials show
three
that
on
at
A.
least
Rotate.
22
Rotate.
Russian military
There's three.
battalion tactical
One's on
groups
B,
are
bro.
in their
B's
final
clear.
One's
stages of being
rotated, one's
retrofitted or resupplied in Belarus as
Yeah.
Belarus prepares to
A.
enter into this conflict.
A-Link,
You see,
A-Link,
as
A-Link.
the
All on my
Belarusian
site.
military backs up Russia,
A-Link, A-Link,
and as
two
they
A-Link, two A-Link.
begin
Two A-Link. Both, I'm pretty sure
direct
both A-Link.
confrontation with
One enemy remaining.
the affront that is happening right now.
Could be
That's
heaven.
when we're going to
Heaven.
see other nations
Heaven.
become involved.
Maybe heaven.
Poland,
No, no.
Finland, Sweden, Lithuania,
East.
Latvia, they are all just biding their time.
Clamor, just
like
plant, just
NATO
plant.
is
Plant,
biding
plant.
its time.
30
They're
seconds
preparing.
Do not.
They're getting ready.
Keep-
Because once
Yeah,
the
TV
next
upside down.
bullet flies, it's
Wrist.
going to be an all hell breaks
didn't see
loose
him cross.
situation. Stretching the U.S. military's
gonna be
ability to
left.
respond to international conflict, the spokesperson for the U.S. Department, the State Department, claimed yesterday that Iran
Last
is
round
the
in the
largest
half.
sponsor of
We cannot
terrorism in the
ignore
world,
2K.
and that the United States of America and all of its military might
That.
will confront its destabilizing nature and behavior in the region. You know, there's that term, death by 1,000 paper cuts, right? That's exactly what's happening. The U.S. has some economic structure, it has some stability, it has some military might, it has NATO, but as soon as you start just tearing away a little bit by a little bit by a little bit, You're diseasing the entire
I should
body.
not have spiked, bro.
And that's what they want to do, and in fact, it's working. The U.S. economy is in a tighter position than it ever has been before. The only reason it is not falling apart is because you are still
probably pushing up
willing
A,
to
Neon.
pay 30, 40,
No.
60% extra for
no,
your
but-
chicken.
yeah,
People
they
are
did.
still willing to work a
Oh
slave's
my
wage
God.
and then go spend their money at McDonald's, which is not the best use of their income or their time. And they are people in general, you and me, we are still willing to be servants to the elitist culture.
Oh, shit.
There is a breaking point.
Run,
There's a line in the sand. As soon as that line in the sand is crossed, we're going to see the entire
Where should I go?
world fall
going
apart,
A.
not just
Should I go?
America.
I'm going to.
The government in Iraq is claiming
Viper's
that
still
the
there.
Turkish
Get out of my way.
military actions that were taking
Viper
place,
ult's still there?
that took place
No.
recently, violated Iraq's
Last player
sovereignty
standing.
and violated
103 mid,
international
103
conventions.
mid.
And they're saying that
Jet,
there is
I'm going on
going
this
to
one.
be a price
He's
to
definitely
pay for
shotgunning.
this.
Just
And there are
There's
calls
a
right now for
100%
Germany
chance
to
he's
completely
had to show you.
dismantle the Nord Stream pipeline, which is
No
a
charges
massive
30 seconds left.
undertaking.
you have a
Italy's
wall.
parliament supports arms
I had no
supplies
time.
to
One
the
shot,
conflict
that's two
region at
shots.
this moment in time, projecting the
That's
concerns
weak,
of the elite. And after Vladimir Putin called yesterday
Kill
for
the guy
nations to
CT, you
begin
win. He's
trading
onside,
in their
backside,
own currency
backside.
to avoid
Ah.
cataclysmic economic defaults like those being imposed on Russia
I saw
by the
him
United
last
States
second,
of
bro.
America.
Fucking
The
why did
Switching
U.S.
I-
sides.
Treasury says that the dollar, they're projecting this, the dollar will remain the most dominant currency in the world, no matter what other countries attempt to do.
We have a
This
lead,
position
man.
has caused the chief
First time we've
executive
gotten the
officer,
lead.
Okay,
and 12th president, I note, of the Federal Reserve Bank
Dude,
of
my
St.
momentum
Louis,
stopped. I
to
gotta.
warn that if
take a
war
deep
in Russia takes a turn for the worst,
Okay.
there is an increasing
and I
chance
gotta
that
stop
it will
making
begin
cocky
to affect
players.
U.S. monetary policy.
I'm
Mueller
long
has
mid.
warned that the credibility of the U.S. monetary policy as a
I'm
whole
long
is
garage.
being tested right now, where he stresses that inflation expectations could get out of control if the Fed does not begin to act quickly. They are pushing you to your limits.
Barrier
They're
created.
pushing your brothers and
Hey,
sisters
harder.
to their
Wait,
limits.
not hard, but
This is
three,
a house
three.
of
Yeah,
cards.
no. Yeah, they
This
are.
is a
Definitely
house
harder.
that is on fire. And they want to tell you that everything's
Get on
okay,
site.
that there's nothing
I'm
to
getting
worry
out.
about, while the truly
Yeah,
powerful
we have to wait.
are making
Spike
their
planted.
decisions from bunkers across the United States of America, across
Dude,
the
this
entire
bitch
world.
graffiti.
There are
Viper's
plans for
graffiti.
continuity of government at
I need
work
a-
right
I need
now
an
and in
actual
play
gun.
right now, that if the United
Try
States
to
of
kill
America
you.
gets attacked by a
Don't
tactical
be
nuclear
one
weapon,
boxes. Graffiti,
Last
graffiti.
player
Oh
standing.
my god, I have no
government plans
gun.
will be enacted, and some of those are suspected of
Enemy
even being
I have no good
enacted
gun, bro.
already. Corn hit $8 for the
Bro, I
first
right-clicked.
time
They
since
double
2012.
PT though.
I
U.S.
right-clicked.
natural gas
I don't-
futures rose
I don't
5%.
get it, bro.
The New York
What
Federal
the fuck?
Reserve
Why-
is warning that households expect home prices to rise 7%
I-
in the next 12 months.
shot and then
Of
it
those
like gave a
surveyed,
delay
they
and
also
then I
warned,
right-clicked
this is
and
from
then-
renters,
Probably gonna
that
go see.
renters say they have only a 43% chance of ever
No
owning
way,
a home.
bro.
You see the despair that is starting to come in there, the desperation. People are starting to wake up to the fact that, hold on,
Stay
you're
safe.
telling me I have to work 2 jobs just to pay for my food, pay for rent, and pay for electricity, and pay for the car to get to work.
Definitely,
That
yeah.
I'm never going to own anything in my life.
What? Oh my god, he just
This is a
ran in.
reminder that they don't want you to own anything, ever, in your entire
Long,
life.
long.
Because
Monster
if
long.
you keep needing to be a consumer and a
Ah, I got
constant
two. I'm
servant
okay.
to the economic class, then you are their slave for the rest of their
my
life.
God.
Last player
My
standing.
God.
You have to break free of that
Spike
in all
planted.
ways that you can. Don't buy a new car, buy an old
Jet,
one.
Yeah.
that jet.
Don't buy a new
That
bike,
jet.
buy an old one.
Wrong.
Learn how to repair things on your own. Don't buy a new washer machine, buy an older one.
I think they're going
Do
to
these
see
things
us,
to break free
Got it.
from the chains that they are putting around each one of our ankles. These chains will keep us bound forever.
Hey,
The Treasury Department is stressing that the next phase of sanctions
Well, eh?
on Russia will act to disrupt the military-industrial complex,
I should wall garage.
as well
I think they're going
as
to see.
supply chains.
I'm on garage.
The Russian people are already
Hard
having
shit.
trouble. We're seeing events of food
They're gonna, like,
shortages take
trick
place
us,
across the
think it's
region.
A
We're
again.
seeing
Stop peeking,
instability
please.
creep into the
It's
everyday
C.
life. These are
Stop
innocent
peeking,
people that
please.
had nothing to do with
I
it,
had a
just like
vandal.
there are innocent people in America being affected
dead.
by these sanctions that were meant to attack the Russian elite.
Yeah, he's on fire.
What it's doing is hurting you. And they know
Vandal
that
right there
this
where I
is
died.
current
Near Spike.
Bro, there's no way he knew I was
the
there.
United States of America stood there on television and told you
Dude,
that
That
they
dude
why
knew
is
forfeited
it
it
his
was going
life
to
for a
hurt
kill,
you.
bro. That dude forfeited his
And
life
yet
for a
this
kill.
continues. And yet this will get worse. We have a couple of great viewer questions here. Joseph B says, what is a natural remedy for blood
Well,
thinners?
Sam, taking
I'm
your
on them
beat.
daily, and I
There's like
cannot
the
find
lowest
anything on
chance
the internet.
that you'll be.
I'm going to leave a link to a National Institute of
Don't-
Health
Murray, watch garage.
study here. And I'm going to just give
Murray,
some
watch garage.
information that
Okay.
I have found. I'm not a doctor. This isn't medical advice. This is just information that I found from .gov sources or .edu sources or universities and government institutions. A study published in 2012 suggested that daily doses of turmeric may help people maintain anticoagulant statuses in their blood. This is another graph that shows a couple of different things that you can take. Cranberry increased bleeding with warfarin, but no reports of interactions. Garlic augmented
enemy remaining.
anticoagulant effects of aspirin, non-steroidal
yeah,
drugs,
okay.
and warfarin. Ginger, there's evidence of interactions with medications with antiplatelet properties. Ginkgo resulted in
Bird, take the
increased
bead,
bleeding
2K.
with aspirin-like analgesics and
Take
antiplatelet
the
effects.
garage. I have
These were the anticoagulants. Chamomile caused increased bleeding
Can
in the
you
presence of
play
warfarin.
B?
Dong
2K
Chai, which I
plays
imagine is
garage.
an Asian
garage,
spice or
I have a
plant.
feeling it's
Increased risk of bleeding with warfarin. Primrose, evening primrose, increased risk of bleeding and slow clotting. Ginseng had antiplatelet activity. Flaxseed and saw palmetto also.
Oh yeah,
Turmeric
they're
is the one
myth.
that we have seen the most
Myth.
information on, and the curcumin that's inside of it is able to hit blood. Important, talk with your doctor, do your own research. The biggest reason you need to talk with your doctor if you're on medication right now, in my opinion, is because a lot
Viper's
of these
one shot.
powerful plants, like turmeric, can interact negatively with medication that you're already on because
Right
these
outside
plants
your-
are so powerful.
Coming C, coming C, coming
I was
C.
looking up today
C.
what the new COVID medication was, the Paxlovid. I'm sure you've heard about it. And
Spike
the first
down,
thing they
C.
looked for was the antiviral properties of
Hit him
plants.
70, hit him 70.
And then they were
Hit
driven
me in the
to
head, though.
synthetically create them in the
Yes, Spike. Nice.
plants are.
Oh, garage.
I have another question.
One in smoke.
From Inspirati.
One in smoke.
Kahaya says,
he's
sorry,
up
sir,
top.
and this
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
and they go on to say, sorry for my
He's
English
watching
being
smoke.
bad because I use Google Translator. I'm
One
a new
enemy
person in the
remaining.
world of survival.
Last player
I want to ask
standing.
if there is a nuclear war,
He got.
what will happen to people's money? Or
Justin,
people's
watch it.
pensions?
There's a fuck. The
30
spike
That is
is right
one
there.
of the main reasons we need to get for
Yeah, the spike is literally right there. Just watch it.
Cold
Could have
future.
saw him.
But what we know is
Fine.
things will
You're
get
watching
bad.
Spike.
I like this next question. It's from username Mr. Mom.
You know where
I'm
he
a
is,
diabetic.
so-
I take 2
and he
kinds
doesn't
of
know where you
insulin,
are.
3 kinds of pills. I know I won't last long without them. Any thoughts could help. So again, there are some there's some information on studies for raw diets.
It's
so that
Or not
raw
whey,
diets
I mean.
affect
Go away,
your
go away,
insulin.
Go away,
Some
okay.
people on type that are type 1 and
Dude,
type 2
I'm
have even
kinda
been
good
able
on
to go into
predictions.
regression from those diabetic
I think
states.
it's A, but
There are
there's
also
like
medicine,
one might lurk up mid.
natural medicine. So just do your research, talk with a doctor, and go forward. Fight back
Yeah,
is back.
that's
So question, hi Brad and Kelly.
No,
If
one
anyone else
thing.
thought of when there is a food shortage in full
Wait,
swing,
wait, don't do
and
shit.
people
Viper
begin
has ult.
looking to households
Hide,
who have
hide
stocked
something.
up, you need to
Gonna
start
kill
somebody.
thinking about keeping a lock on your garbage bin so nobody can inspect them
they might
to
be-
see if your family has recently
can't
been
be
eating canned foods, rice,
No, they
pasta,
can't.
etc.
Oh,
Lou in
Viper's
the
not
UK.
pushing. I
That's a
don't
great point.
Don't do
People
though. You might get
don't
a shot.
often think about the things that they throw away and how those can be indicators of what you
Mid,
actually have.
mid.
If things are so bad that nobody is
Spike
eating,
down.
you
They're gonna
want
ult
to be
B.
smart
Yeah,
and
mid.
stock your pantry. I would
Both
actually
options, yeah.
suggest that you wash
Spike
and
planted.
keep
2K, you want to bait me?
and then dispose of it off-site.
Hold up.
Because anything that gives away an indication that you
Right
have
outside ground.
that will drive them to anger.
One's in
That'll
garage,
drive them
one's in
to
garage,
violence.
chambers in garage.
Estelle
One
says,
enemy
question.
remaining.
My 19-year-old
Garage?
son is
He's up there!
great,
Bro, I'm
here
one
for
shot.
some
Oh,
work
you got him.
and is not scheduled to be
Oh, I
home
hit
until
him.
May. I feel that he needs
Okay,
to come home
sweet.
ASAP. But he and
Yeah,
my
that's
husband
it.
and even the university are fighting me on this.
Oh, that's a good spot to
So is
go.
May 20th
In that
too
little
late?
corner.
Do I need to simply fight harder? If this does go nuclear, he won't be leaving Europe at all. Also,
If someone
I'm
buy me,
assuming
bro,
all fights will be
I'm broke.
canceled for the indefinite future, right? Yes, that's true.
I
I'm
got
already
you.
being labeled as overreactive and crazy, and I'm starting to wonder if I am. I'm a very scared mom,
Probably
and
wall
any
A,
advice would be greatly
and then
appreciated.
slow
I'm a
down.
longtime
Mer, help me
FSS
out.
subscriber.
I'm
What
on
do I do?
sewers.
Well,
Should I wall
Estelle,
sewers?
I wouldn't
yeah,
say
whatever.
any
But
concern
Mer,
for a
place
parent
a
over their
trip
child
B
is
and garage,
overreacting. We all want
and
the
then
best for
I'll
our
hold
children
C.
and for our loved ones. So don't let that
Play
creep into
whatever
your
you
head.
want.
Don't let
You can
that
play B or
mission
garage,
creep
it's
get
your
into your
Okay.
head that says, you know, is it
Like,
just
place
me?
a
Am I
trip.
doing the wrong thing here? We do all need to constantly check ourselves, and we
Nothing
need to
C.
check ourselves versus the things that we know
Nothing
are
A.
happening and see happening.
They
You see,
might
if
need it.
you
No,
drove
C.
around and every single day
Mer,
you
I'm
saw fatal
gonna
car
need you to
accidents,
help.
you would need to check yourself and say, well, is it really
Watch
worth me
this.
getting
Oh,
into
one's
the
mid.
car today?
One's mid.
Instead, we know car
Two or
accidents
C.
do
No,
happen,
no,
and
not
we
everyone
accept the
rotate.
risk
They're
as we
not even
move
pushing.
forward because we don't see them in such, you know, excess. I was
They
watching a
could
video
go
last
back
night
A.
of some individuals
Okay.
who are vlogging in Brazil, in very deep gang culture in Brazil, where there are constant gang shootouts
They're
between
not
the
seeing
different
you.
groups
They are
that are
not
actually
seeing.
providing
I'm
security
camping,
for
yeah.
those neighborhoods.
Oh, Grush!
And the
They're gonna push up
authorities, the
mid.
gangs amongst
Or they're farther
amongst
back,
themselves.
actually.
And in this video,
I got two.
the individual went into a local's grandmother's
see,
house.
and
And she
grab.
was very scared, and she said they just basically live
Last
in
player
fear of the
standing.
gunshots coming through their house, and they don't go
What's
outside
up,
very much.
children?
You see, they know
Fucking
their
hell,
reality,
bro.
and they know their
Fuck,
crossfire
they cut
dangers, and
Spike
so they
planted.
react in their lives differently.
Oh,
Whereas in America, yes, gang culture exists. Yes, gun violence does exist. And
Messi
Oh, he
sense.
did the
gunfights do
fucking
exist.
double shot
But
back.
you can walk outside and you're not in constant concern of that sort of thing happening. So we do need to check ourselves
Stop, don't
all
go
the time
close to
against
that.
things that we do know are happening. If your son was in a bordering nation,
Wow, that was
zone,
insane.
then it would
Okay.
be, if that was my son, I would
Hey,
say it's
someone
time to
say
come home. I
nice
don't care
line
what
on
else
chat.
happens. It's time to
Say
come
it.
home right now. If they
Type
were
it,
like
man.
in Poland, or if they were in a neighboring bordering regions. But they're not. They're in France, and France is going to have a good
No,
time
hell
with
no,
what's
bro.
happening around the
What
world.
must
If
be
they-
done?
Dude, I was doing so bad. I was bottom fragging last game, bro. I know.
It was
Okay.
exact same thing. They're gonna go away this time.
It seems like every year there's always that one game that's a pile of people matter, you know what I mean? Now, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm not going to talk about the Intellivision Amico. That's a video I'm saving for just a little bit later, because frankly, that's a train wreck we all need to witness. No, today I'm talking about Battlefield 2042. Now, when this game came out the week that it did, me, Husky, and Romp, a few friends...
Oh, I think one of them
tried
saved.
to enjoy this the best that we can. Obviously, it wasn't a great Battlefield experience,
1A.
but with friends and the hovercraft glitch, anybody can have fun. That being said, though, Battlefield 2042 has not been doing so well. If you've been a Battlefield gamer for the last few years, the franchise doesn't hit different anymore. The Clusie isn't as tight as it used to be. Back in the day when COD, Halo were at their peaks, you used to have Battlefield, Bad Company 2, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4. Hell, I'll even say Battlefield
I fucking
Hardline
whiffed.
was kind of a banger, okay? But Battlefield's been heading down the drain. Those games, Battlefield had something the other franchises big, giant warfare, okay? You know, having 64 people in one server going at it was an absolute treat to witness. Tons of game modes, actually good maps back in the day. You know, Caspian Border, Tehran Highway, Dawnbreaker, okay? Tons of good maps. Yeah, Battlefield was an experience.
That's alright. We fucking lost everything, bro.
Thank you was heaven. You guys lost on like a fucking eco.
Dude, I am doing nothing. I'm 5 and 18. If we lose, I'm dead. Like, I'm literally gonna go. Like, I have to do. No. I mean, like, I will be in big trouble with my,
With me? With your coach?
yeah. Like, we'll lose, like, everything.
Actually, bro.
Yeah, if I don't fucking...
If we lose, he loses like
I'm gonna be the happiest guy ever. It's gonna be a week of me jacking that game off, and I'm gonna hope that it's good. That's where I'm at. When we lose that, when you lose Mirror's Edge as a franchise, basically, and you get replaced with Battlefield 2042, it does hurt a little bit. Now with Battlefield 2042, recently they
Spike down A.
but I want to show you the absolute state of this game. Now I hate using Steam number charts, but it's a kind of a decent metric enough to show you the health of a video game. When this game
fucking
launched,
dead.
its all-time peak was at 100,000 players. Pretty respectable
One's
for
right
a
here.
game that's launched
Long.
across numerous platforms.
One enemy remaining.
2,720.
Oh, also long. Nice.
Now,
Like, why is it there?
One more,
bro?
one more team, one more.
AAA game, but that's
They go
actually
see.
heightened player numbers.
Wait,
because the
wait,
game
buy me
just
this.
got tapped.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. So obviously people have downloaded it, me included, just to give it a
Wait,
try again.
who dropped their Vandal?
Wait, no, I can buy. I can.
Robert, sell that. Take, someone take this
This
Vandal.
game's just
Someone
been
drop
Oh wait, I can't sell it.
You dumbass.
In the last 24 hours
Okay.
alone, you've got 3,200 people playing. Just to give
Oh,
you a
shit.
comparison of what to witness here, Battlefield 4, an absolute god-tier
nice
title,
spot
has
Viper,
as close
okay,
to
Jack,
1,000
Viper wall, let's see.
platform that it didn't even launch on. That,
Oh,
my
they're hard
friend,
pushing C.
that, ladies and gentlemen, shows you
Oh, my
how
bad.
dead
That was
Battlefield
bad.
4
Oh,
When a
they
game
did a
from
ship.
the beginning of the PS4 generation,
40.
Spike down.
amazing. Don't
Uh,
buy Battlefield 23, just buy Battlefield 4 Premium.
Rest me,
He has to plant.
Now, Battlefield 2042 dropped
Bait
in
res.
Spike
Trust me,
planted.
it'll work.
Your duty
Trust me, it'll work.
One enemy remaining.
So Battlefield
Long,
2042
probably off.
update 4.0.
he's awake. Nice. GG.
Zero.
GG, GG.
So
Finally,
here
our
they've
first
done things
win
like
of the
balance
day.
adjustments to
Defenders
special.
win.
So basically,
Dude, that took too long.
balance, some of the attachments, they made them
One
more
more,
pronounced.
I
And
think.
also, they've added some
You know what time it is,
banger
right?
new features.
Oh, it's
One of the
Holy
features
shit.
that you add,
One more and
voice
that's it.
over IP.
Right?
Yes,